water demand. So why this water demand is need to be calculated. So whenever you are planning a planned water supply for the city, you need to know what is the quantity or what is the population of the cities and what are the various demands for a water present in the city. So after calculating these demands, you will come to know the estimated quantity of water to be supplied to the city. So in those we have various types of demands. So that is domestic water demand. So what are this domestic water demand includes? Domestic water demand includes the washing purposes, the daily activities that we are going to carry out in our houses, like cooking, bathing, washing, gardening, so washing cars, parking areas. So those all will come under this domestic water demand. In the domestic water demand also, there are two types of persons. So the high class people and the average and the middle class people. The high living standard of the people, if it's going to affect the domestic water demand. So on an average, they consume 200 liters per head per day for 200 liters of water per person per day. Okay, so for a high class people, whereas for a low class people, it can be reduced up to 135 liters per person per day. Okay, so this is the about the domestic water. Next is the industrial water. So there are the industries, the small scale and also the large scale industries. The small scale industries usually they prefer the municipal supplies for the production of their products. So large scale industries they even opt their own bore wells, but still they prefer the municipal water because it is a soft water. Okay, it is not a hard water. So that's why they usually prefer the industries usually prefer the municipal supplies for their production. Okay, so small scale industries usually they require estimate on an average they require 50 liters per person per head of water for a small scale industries. Whereas for a large scale industries their consumption is 450 liters per person per day. Okay, so this is the very high amount. Okay, so this has to be included in the demands. So next, commercial and institutional water demand. So commercial means water, the shops, the markets, okay, the institutes, schools, colleges, hospitals. Okay, so these all they also require the water for their activities. So that is estimated as a 20 liters per person per day. Okay, so demand for public uses. So these public uses is public gardens, parking, and public washrooms. Okay, so water used in these all places will come under this demand for public use. So it is considered to be on an average 10 liters per person per day. Okay, so then fire demand during the emergencies, during the accidents in the cities, we require the fire extinguishers. So where a lot of water is to be discharged during the accidents. So that is calculated based upon the population of the city and the area of the cities. Okay, so it is for the 50,000 population or more than 50,000 population, it is calculated by the formula called 100 into root P, where P is the population of the city. So based upon this formula, the quantity of water required for the fire is calculated. So next is the demand to compensate the losses and the thefts. So what are these losses and the thefts? So losses is due to the bad plumbing joints. Okay. So during the joints, so there may be a leakage in the water supply pipes. So that will be compensated and that will be calculated and taken as an extra. Okay. So thefts is nothing but the illegal connections in the plumbing lines. So during some of the peoples they take illegally the water connections to their farms, lands and also the houses. So those will not be calculated in the municipal supplies. So such as thefts are considered to be the demand for the water supplies. So those thefts are calculated as 15% of the total 50% extra water has to be taken for the losses to compensate the losses and the thefts in the water supply system.